Old friends are like old memories. They always remind you of your past, and we are reminding ourselves of the past episodes from this week of Good Company for the Best of Good Company with me, Hollie Taylor. It's Hollie Taylor, halfway to that weekend. And honestly, I keep forgetting that today is not Thursday. So here we are. I'm like ready for Friday, my friends. So let's take a moment. Let's pause. We are going to go to the longest chapter of the Bible. If you know your Bible trivia, say it with me, Psalms 119. And we are going to go to verse 133a from an NIV. Short, sweet, to the point. Direct my footsteps according to your word. Short, but very powerful. It's Hollie Taylor, and we are here. We made it to the weekend, so hopefully you are feeling good about this weekend. Fun fact for you, did you know that 91% of the things we worry about never actually happen? So think of all the things you've worried about, 91% failure rate. Really, worrying is just you failed because you are worrying about things that never happen. And I think that's a good thing. Sometimes we worry about things that are just wild. Like, why was I worrying about that? Worrying about tests, worrying about traffic, worrying about what I'm going to wear. Will I fit in? The things we worry about. The Bible even says, do not worry about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself. And I am totally paraphrasing on that one, but it's in Matthew. Talk about the lilies of the field. They don't worry about what they look like. God clothes them. Birds of the air, they don't worry about what they're going to eat. God will feed them. And so even in these basic things, we do not have to worry because God is there with us. It's Hollie Taylor, and what a year it has been. But if you can walk away from this year knowing one thing, I just want to encourage you that allegedly there is an age in which you should not be shoveling anymore. So this is, for me, probably the best news I've heard all day long. Because I always thought, no matter what, just keep on shoveling. It's a little bit of skiff of snow, just shovel it. Who's going to shovel for you, right? And this is why being a snow angel is so important. Snow angels are the ones that will go to their neighbor's house, the ones that might be shut-ins, the one that are seniors and they shouldn't be shoveling. And so you go and you shovel on their behalf because apparently at 65, you need to be careful when you shovel. There's an elevated risk of heart attacks, of pulling muscles, and honestly, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, this past Monday, I pulled my back reaching for a Post-it in our supply cabinet. So I get it. This awkward moment brought to you by my life, but it is true. The older we get, we have to take a look at how we treat our body. So if you are 65, I really hope and pray somebody can be there to support you. Now, of course, if you've been working out, you're not helpless, but it's just a part when, it's okay to ask for help. And if you know somebody who's 65 or older, This is your call out right now. If it's going to snow a lot, make sure you're there to help them. Maybe even they'll make you like some cookies or something. I don't know, but for me, that'd be worth it. Cookies for shoveling, I'm in. Oh, dear. But do you agree with this? Maybe, not the shoveling after 65, or do you feel like, what? I'm fine. I just stretch and I'm ready to go. Do you think there could be and should be age limits for such activities? 905-338-1250. Whenever I step into a thrift store, I want to find that sweet deal. It's like the thrill of the find. You get a deal, you get like something cool no one else has, maybe a nice dress or just something that when somebody says, oh, I love your dress, you can say, not only does it have pockets, I got it at VV Boutique, as I like to call it. And actually, down in Chatham, they had a very interesting experience at a local Value Village where they had to evacuate the store as one of the staff members discovered a Second World War grenade tucked into a donation box. Not fun. They had to call in the army, which makes sense. It's a grenade. Probably belonged to the army. I don't know why. The good thing is no one was harmed in the making of this wild story coming out of Chatham. But can you imagine, you're helping your grandpa clean out his boxes and bins. Oh, this pile's for a donation. And you just don't give it a second thought. Like, why would grandpa have a grenade in his possession? Now, I don't know if this is the true story. This is Hollie's version of it. But yeah, a grenade. I can't even imagine discovering that. No words. So there you go. I guess we have to be careful with what we find at these kinds of thrift stores, because people will just donate anything these days. But I've heard some pretty cool stories as well that haven't been dangerous and involved evacuation. So if you've had a sweet find at a thrift store of some sorts, what was it? I would love to know and celebrate with you. 905-338-1250. I know we've talked about this before, but I love a sweet find at a thrift store. Imagine you get a box of donation, you're working there, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. This whole bin is vintage, and this is a 911 call. That's right. This story coming out of Chatham at a Vivi boutique, as I like to call them, Play Village, and they discovered a grenade. A live grenade in one of their donation boxes. So they had to call in the army to be able to take the grenade. And I don't know, did they safely detonate it? Did they put it in a museum? I'm not sure. I just got the Coles notes of the story and I found it hilarious. Could you imagine? Now, all the staff was evacuated. No one was hurt. The building still stands. It was just a really bizarre find. But it kind of makes sense. I mean, a lot of the stuff donated is, someone's just doing a Swedish death purge, or you're trying to get rid of all the stuff that your kids had. And, you're cleaning out grandpa's closet and you're like, what do you want out of this bin? And he's like, nothing, donate it. You donate it. And there is a thing that needs to not be detonated in it. This is a wild story that I feel only we could have here in Canada. So thank goodness that the staff was alert at that Value Village and no one was injured. But it did get me thinking, one of my favorite topics, about some of your favorite finds at thrift stores. I mean, there's just something about having that amazing find. Maybe it's a dress and it's $4 and it has pockets, and everyone at the Christmas party loves your dress. And that's just what you say. $4 and has pockets. That literally is a badge of honor, finding that kind of treasure. So what kind of treasures have you found? Hopefully nothing explosive at a thrift store. Feel free to text in 905-338-1250. Hollie Taylor, time for a good story before we wrap up for today, because 'tis the season, and actually there's random acts of kindness happening every single day all around the world. And so this time we are going to highlight a man by the name of Ed. Now, Ed worked at a grocery store, and he was there just, greeting people, making things easier for people to shop. An Australian content creator and TikToker, Samuel, went into this Detroit local grocery store and met Ed. Turns out Ed, 88 years old and an Army veteran, still needing to work. He lost his wife a few years ago and works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, just to stay alive, really, to have food, to have a roof over his head. But at 88 and a veteran. So he took it to TikTok and said, hey, how can we support this man this Christmas season? And so he decided, let's do this GoFundMe campaign. Let's set it for $1 million. Let's see what we can do to help this man retire. Long story short, in just a couple of days, they had to change the amount to $1.5 million to accommodate all the donations that were coming in. Some people donating as much as $10,000 just to be able to see this incredible human being, Ed, a veteran, be able to retire, to kick his shoes off and relax for a minute after a life of service and hard work. So they're working on finding a way to surprise him, and I can't wait to find the video. It was apparently December 2nd that they were able to give him the money, so I will do some scrolling. I will see if I can find it, but yes, he officially knows that there is that much money going into his bank account so he can retire with dignity. Oh my goodness, so exciting, isn't it? Maybe one day I will run into a TikToker and I too can have $1.5 million. But for now, it's just you and me hanging out and enjoying the company. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, that's a wrap. Those are our favorite memories from this past week. Join me for more Good Company live every weekday from 4:30 till 6 p.m. here on Joy Radio. Oh, and don't forget, you can also catch up by subscribing to our Joy Radio podcast. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, text 905-338-1250. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Monday.